How we doing? Oh, this is not a typical press conference.
No.
Like a practice press conference. I like it.
How'd the
We can do it
scrimmage
the
go?
other way.
Yeah.
You want to do it the
No,
other way?
no, this is good. I ain't gonna pull my grades out. Somebody take a picture of them, and then the kid will be upset that I showed their grades. The scrimmage was. We've got a ways to go. We didn't. We were not where I'd hoped we'd be. After that scrimmage, I do think that probably some of it has to do with I probably could have scheduled that second week a little differently, and maybe they'd have been a little more mentally fresh. But we certainly didn't. There were too many penalties, too many missed assignments. And mostly defensively. Offensively, we did some really good things. Some of that was probably that we did some good things, and some of it probably was that the defense didn't play particularly well that day. But I still love our attitude. I'm not, but I'm just telling you where we're at that mark for that scrimmage on Sunday. I'd hope for more. Great thing is we've still got 2 weeks to correct the mistakes that we made.
Did you get out of it physically okay?
Yeah, we had Deontay Anderson's got a fracture in his wrist or hand. We don't expect him to miss any time. May have to play with a cast, but don't expect him to miss any time. That's the only thing that came from the scrimmage.
Where is he running right now? Is he with the twos?
With the twos. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's at a good camp. He's coming on, so we just need him to. During this time, certainly don't need him to miss out on conditioning and the mental reps that you can get while he may can't. I'm not sure we'll hear today when he can actually start tackling again and everything. But
with some of the young guys you're using in the secondary, get young guys new roles. How have y'all been with explosive plays and cutting those down and that sort of thing?
Yeah. Our offense likes to create them, and certainly defensively you can't give up those, and we've given up too many, in the first 2 weeks. We are very young back there. I forget how young we are sometimes. I mean, we're playing a lot of young kids, on the back end of our defense right now. I do think they have potential to be very good, but they are young, and you make one mistake against a team like the ones we have to play early on, and it can be costly. So, Corey does a good job back there though of getting them prepared, and they are young though. They'll make some mistakes.
Any update on Fadal's situation?
I'm not sure how that's going to play out. We've got one more treatment that I think they're attempting to try to get done this week, and then it's just a matter if that one doesn't really make him feel comfortable playing, then it's just a matter of how much does he want to try to go with whatever pain he can tolerate.
What about DJ Jones? What's his status?
He's good.
If Fadal can't make it for Florida State, I mean, what's in your mind, is it Breland at defensive end? Like, how would you want to mix things up?
I don't know. We'll figure that out as we get there.
Is Victor your number 3 end right now? I mean, if
Vic's
Fadal
had a
were
good
healthy.
camp. Vic's had a good camp. G-Max had a good camp. Sean's had a good camp. So we think we've recruited some decent depth there. I mean, you'd love to have a senior that's been in the battles for you like Fadal, and you want it for him. But I think we've got some good guys there too.
What have you seen out of Zedrick this fall?
A solid player. I mean, he's got a lot of snaps under his belt, so we're depending on him not to make those mistakes back there. And he can play a lot of places for us too, which helps.
What do you think you'll get from Miles Hartsfield? And when you talk about mistakes and young people and learning, what's your expectation, I guess?
Well, he made some Sunday in the scrimmage, but he's running with the ones for a reason. I mean, we've got confidence in him and think he can do the job. That doesn't mean mistakes won't be made, but we've got confidence in him.
Is there a leader in the left tackle competition?
Rod Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah, Rod is running with the ones, and Greg Little's running with the twos. Greg's going to be a good player, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people, want to compare him to Laramie Tunsil as a junior. Well, Laramie didn't start until I believe game 4 of his freshman year. Greg's going to be a really good player. I mean, things are moving real fast for him, but and he's got to play the game a little faster. But he's everything we thought he'd be. He's a really good player.
His shoulder's okay?
Yeah. I don't know. You guys had him down for the count. I don't know. I'll never understand all of that, but he's fine.
What's Rod done this fall to kind of separate himself?
Just an athletic guy that playing tackle's a little new for him, but he's got the athletic ability that gives us a chance against the type of ends we're going to play, early on, and he's just one of the better athletes we have up there.
Is there still the possibility that he and Breland will miss time based on their disciplinary matters?
Unless something changes, they've done everything I've asked.
How does Rod, I guess, profile at tackle just with the length of his arms, length of his legs, since he's more of a interior guy?
Yeah, you'd love for him to be a little longer, but his feet are great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that out there. You've got to have great feet to play against these speed rushers that you have out there, and he's got some girth for the power rushers. So you'd love for him to be longer, but I'll take his feet over that.
What kind of camp has DeMarcus had? I mean, have you been pretty pleased with him? Has he done some pretty good things?
Lodge.
Yeah.
Yes, really pleased. I think he's maturing nicely as a teammate, as a person, and been really pleased with this performance.
When did you see a light kind of come on for him that he might have needed to improve in the mental aspect of the game?
Probably spring. He and I had several individual meetings, and I think anytime, one of our goals this year is to be a team that is very connected, and we've done a few exercises that I think have been fun and good throughout camp, and I kind of started them last spring with him and kind of tested it on him in some one-on-one meetings with me, and I think it's really let some walls come down and let him be transparent with where he is. And then I created a funeral scene for me, and then showed it to all our players. And the whole purpose is understanding that whatever you believe drives your behaviors, and your behaviors drive your performance, and your performance will give you some result. And we need to work backwards. You need to say, this is the result I really want. Now, are my beliefs and are my behaviors going to get me that result? So I created my funeral scene. And a lot of that had to do with the events of this past few weeks. It's coming. It happens. We don't know when it happens, but we won't cheat death. And so I wrote on the screen here at our commitment service, this is the result I want at my funeral. This is what I want my wife to say about me. This is what I want my kids to say about me. This is what I want our players to say about us, say about me. This is what I want my parents to say about me. And really the rest of the people are probably, no offense, but insignificant. But is this what they would say about me today? And if not, I have a time to make sure my beliefs that are creating my behaviors are going to get me the result I want. And it's the same way with a team, and the same way with football players. All right, what result do you want? Now let's go look, are your beliefs and behaviors going to get you there?
You seemed a little down, I guess, in the performance in the scrimmage, but what steps has this team taken forward?
First of all, I'm never down. Okay. You and Paul Feinbaum, all right? I love Paul.
Disappointed.
I love Paul, but I mean, as a coach, there's going to be days where every article do you write, are you just, man, I'm gung ho, I nailed that one. No, you're not. All right, you shouldn't be. But with coaching, it's the same way. If I'm going to really be real, there's some days that we didn't measure up. We didn't get the most out of the scrimmage that I wanted, but I'm not down. I'm just telling you we got work to do.
Okay.
But